Hello everyone and welcome back. Heir of Change here, and we're going to be zinching things up in the Realms of Chaos campaign. We're going to continue where we left off. Got a lot of good stuff for you today. I think we're going to have a great time, so make sure you stick around. Thank you for those who commented on the last episode, and I appreciate those who continue to watch. Your comments are great. It helps give me a lot of feedback, and I do have a request. Please continue those comments if you would like to, but also, if you are watching this video, and you went out and you purchased the Shadows of Change DLC, could you go down in the comments and tell people what you think so far? Was it worth it? Did you enjoy it? I, of course, shared my feedback. I gave you as much gameplay as possible before the release so that you all could make your decision. But for those who haven't made a decision or have decided against, it may be helpful to hear from people who aren't me down in the comments, which will provide additional feedback. Now, of course, if your opinion was please don't buy this, I don't think it's worth it, and you want to explain why, feel free to continue to add that in the comments too. I am certainly not trying to trounce out any viewpoint here. In fact, I would rather them all be there so that people can feel like they make the right decision for themselves. So let's continue on our work. I do want to say before I start, and I said this in the UN Bow campaign that I recorded just before this, I want to do a better job of explaining my decision making as I play, so that if people are new or they will find it useful, they can have that. So I will do my best to explain that, and then of course as I get moments during turn-ins and loading into battles and other stuff, I will go ahead and take the comments that you all left in the last episode too to try and give you a chance to be heard and acknowledged for being so awesome and supporting. Alright, so let's get into our characters here. Patchy, the ugly mug Zinch cultist, has Arcane Conduit now, and then the blue scribes, we can start to unlock more lores of magic for them. One that I really do like to unlock is Lore of Life. Okay, hey, Changeling, dude, take it easy. He needs to shut up sometimes, there's no doubt. I'm going to put Shadow and Life as additional lores of magic here. Yeah, sometimes the voice lines are a little too much. Let's see what else we want to build. You know what might be a good building here would be to put in the one that can spread cults to other areas. It's going to cost us a little bit of maintenance, but we can build this at the same time, and then to help with the discoverability side of things, we can put in this building here. So that'll eat up some of our money, put some of it to work. We cannot do any other moves on this turn, so let's end our turn. And that might help start spreading some cults of change on that side of the map. I can see the Fecundites building up, and we're going to go take care of them as well. It looks like Altdorf got taken over by Skaven, so under new management, you can decide for yourself whether or not you think that would be a wise vacation choice. Probably questionable when things are under Skaven management. There's an army of ogres that, led by Scrad here, that kindly put itself right in our path, and is going to provide us a little bit of target practice for the Scheme Tank and the Dream Tank. So let's go ahead and get this battle started, and I will grab a couple of your comments as we go in. Lucas starts things off and says, "You and Lionheart are the reason I got into Rome 2 back in the day. You might not be the biggest Total War YouTuber out there, but this community is second to none. Cheers, Heir." Well, thank you. And I think that is in response to the conversation where I was making sure to take the time to thank you all. Oh, I didn't realize it was a siege battle. Crap. To thank you all for being so awesome. Basically, almost all the comments I get are positive, and I don't mean that just in the sense that, like, oh, get in here and praise me in the comments. No. Positive in the sense that they are either one, just funny, two, actually helpful to myself and others, or three, they provide, I think, valuable feedback whenever you all think I'm doing something wrong. And I don't ever find the attitudes and stuff to be like toxic and stuff like that. So that was just me saying thank you, and definitely appreciate you all. So let me get this siege set up a little here. Alright, so let's get the siege set up. I need to use my tanks to break some holes in the wall. So I will position both of my tanks here. I'm going to position my infantry out here where they will not be at risk of coming under fire from the ogre towers. There's no towers on this side, so a poor design on the settlement defense is going to be pretty costly for the ogres. There we go. This should work for now. This should work. Here we go. Okay, let us get the battle underway. Yeah, that'll do. I'm gonna start the battle. I'm gonna move my pinks up to start to put some pain on anything on the walls. The blue scribes should be affording me a nice supply of magic here. It looks like our winds of magic is going to be high. I'm going to take my tanks and blast a hole in the fort wall. I don't know how long it'll take, so I'm going to get them started. Looks like it'll take a good while. But yeah, we'll use those tanks to blast the hole in the wall. We could just climb up the walls and probably be just fine, but I think it'll be just as easy to try and put some holes in the wall. Yeah, we're making a good dent in it. It'll take a little while. But the holes in the wall will at least give us a good position to operate our tanks from. Oh yeah, we're making a nice dent in the wall. Let's take our halberds. There might be some nobbler trappers up here that we want to be aware of. If there is, I can always use my flyers to suppress them. Yep, I do see them on the wall. Let's actually move right outside of the range of those trappers. We just dodged their big, giant ogre fist there. There we go. I should be mostly outside of the range of the nobbler trappers. I'm going to go tear the gates down with my halberd units, because my halberd units will best the ogres in combat, whether it's their nobbler infantry or whether it's their more expensive stuff. So we've already got them under heavy fire, and I'm going to bring the Changeling up. I still don't really possess a lot of good damaging magic, so I'm going to go ahead and transform the Changeling into Kugath, because that'll be more helpful. And we do have other forms we can take on. I guess I should probably take notice of those, because we might want to consider some other forms. But so far, Kugath has been very beneficial to our needs here. I think I'm going to go ahead and bring up a warrior over here to climb the walls. Okay. So we are in good shape. The fort wall is about to collapse. That'll give my steam tanks a way to enter the settlement. And it will allow me to get more halberds in here as well. So let's bring the steam tanks up. And I'm going to bring this halberd unit up. Alright, we're going to bring fake Kugath up here. Alright. I think we're in good shape. Yep. Yeah, we're in good shape. Nothing else to really worry about at the moment. Okay, the gates have been removed. I'm going to bring the severed claws through here. And I'm going to bring this unit in here as well. And I'm going to bring this unit in through that breach. Alright, let's go ahead and begin climbing the walls here. I'm going to climb the walls over here. So this should give me lots of avenues into the settlement and make things really quite miserable for the ogres, which is certainly my objective. Not just make life miserable, but make life over for the ogres. And speaking of making life over, these lead belchers are irritating me, so let's go make their life over. Alright, I've got a lot of flyers headed that direction. Those lead belchers are causing me substantial damage right now, and they really have to be silenced. Is that a scrap launcher? It is. Ow. I'm going to charge these ogre bulls. I've got my other units moving up. I don't have any heals, unfortunately, at the moment, but I can put a Gate of Tzeentch out here. That will help get them started. There is another lead belcher unit in the back. That is both problematic and frustrating. I'm gonna go see if I can trounce them real quick. Okay. Oh, if these guys get closer together, I can hit them both with the final transmutation. That would really be quite nice. Let's move forward here a little bit. I want my cockatrice to get in here, so we're going to silence those lead belchers. By silencing the lead belchers, we should be able to finish everything else. Let's take a look. All of our infantry's fine, despite having taken initially a lot of damage from those lead belchers. Let's leave that hunter alone and just come after the lead belchers. The lead belchers are the only real target of concern over here for me. Still don't have any heals. I do have a debuff I can use here on the lead belchers. We're going to continue to cast spells with the blue scribes so that we'll rotate things around. I got a regrowth here. Let's use that. I'm suffering some pretty nasty damage here at the moment with my screamers, so I'm just trying to get them back in the air, but we definitely need to deal with those lead belchers, so I'm going to continue to fire at them. And let's see, are my units back up in the air out of combat? They are. This should allow them to get their barriers back up. And then let's get a final transmutation sounding off over here on all these lead belchers. Two of them kind of separated themselves from the others, so I'm going to go attack it with this unit here. And then let's see, not really a great place for me to use this bombardment. I don't think it's going to do much to that scrap launcher, but let's just find out, shall we? Blue scribes are under a little bit of fire, probably from the towers that are nearby. Excellent. So that is lead belcher units dealt with here. My cockatrice now is the only one on the ground. So alright, we got rid of the lead belchers, at least for the moment. They are not going to bother us for a few more minutes. So I can now bring these units back in the other direction. Oh no, I'm going to lose one of my halberd units here. Dang. I wasn't paying close enough attention. I could have probably saved that unit. I don't know how... Maybe Scrag used magic on it, was able to down it with magic. I'm going to come over here with my cockatrice, try and do some work, and let's bring the rest of these units on over. Oh, my steam tanks probably should have been in here. Let's get these units in as well. Let's bring our war shrine up through here. Fake Papa Kugath, of course, right up in the midst of things. Let's see whether the blue scribes can provide... Oh yeah, they got some support here. Let's cast a little bit of healing. And do that, and then let's use the... It's not an area of effect. That one's a good area of effect spell. There we go. Good area of effect. Take my screamers this direction. There is still an ogre hunter over there. Oh no, we might be able to save these halberds. I'm going to move them back over here. They're under fire from a tower, which appears to be the main reason they're dying. So if I move them right back over there, they might be able to survive. Excellent. Excellent stuff. Alright, we're in good shape here. Let's move the rest of these units forward, over towards that hunter unit. And let's bring some more screamers in here to help take out these ogre bulls on this flank. Do a little bit of cycle charging. Let's send these two units to attack the scrap launcher. And then the tanks, I'm going to just fire at that ogre hunter. Okay, let's take a look at, again, the blue scribes from a magic standpoint. There's another Earthblood available to us. That might actually be pretty good on this unit right here. They could use a little bit of help. There we go. And we can now come over here and finish that scrap launcher. Looks like Scrag came back from routing. Did that unit make it away to safety? It did, so we may not be able to keep that unit because they're down to 4. It may disband it on this one, but we'll hope. We'll see what we can get. I thought I told my units to come over here and attack the scrap launcher. I guess I did not, maybe? I don't know. So I'm going to get involved one way or the other. Come start tearing our way into these capture points. I think there's some ogre bulls over here that have my units locked in combat. That's what it is. Let's just see if we can get away from them. Alright, we're going to get rid of the scrap launcher and then that ogre hunter because I think those are making the larger impact on are finishing the battle already. There goes the leadership. That's what I was looking for. So we should have a collapse in chain route here. Gorgers are unbreakable, and they will have to be dealt with. And that's another Gorger unit right there. Okay, there we go. I'm going to split these two units up. I'm going to put a final transmutation on those Gorgers to help speed their passing. I think we didn't actually cast the spell. There we go. Get that spell off. Alright, there comes the spell. That should finish those Gorgers in a pretty big hurry, and this other one is not far behind. And that will bring this battle to an end. There we go. Where's our blue scribes at? Okay, they're down here helping. They do have Earth Blood, so let's use an Earth Blood here. Okay, there we go. Gonna get ourselves a solid victory over the Ogres, despite the fact that they were in a guarded settlement there. Let's end the battle. And then I, of course, am going to get to some more of your comments here. The next one is Inductive Grunt. He says, I find it hilarious how you can get not one, but multiple steam tanks. Ooh, I not only find it hilarious, I find that useful. It says, and they still have their original voice lines. So they're shouting for Sigmar while fighting for Tzeentch and burning the Empire. Now, you see, the reason that's perfect, Inductive Grunt, is because it fits totally right into the Changeling's mantra, right? They don't even know that they've been duped into helping us. So I think it's perfect. It's definitely perfect. So great comment, and it does go right along. I don't know how to pronounce this one here. I'm just going to call it Leo. L-I-O is the beginning of the name here. It says, Air loves taking a crap on Nurgle, but joke's on him. Nurgle enjoys it more. Yeah, unfortunately, that is true. That Nurgle would definitely enjoy that. And then not only that, that's just accurate. There's no other way around it. Accurate statement. I'm gonna get rid of one of these pink horrors. They're just the standard one, and I'm gonna bring those Doom Knights into this army. It will make us a lot stronger. I didn't even use my Zangors in that last battle. Whoops. Got a lot going on. There we go. So I've got these Knights of Immolation here, which will be a very powerful unit to add to our stuff here. Yeah, the other thing I thought about that comment saying Nurgle likes it when you take a crap on him, it's like Slaanesh. it's always satisfying to kill them, but then it ruins part of the satisfaction because you realize that Slaanesh likes what you're doing to kill them. In fact, they get turned on by everything you do, and then you just feel dirty and used, and it's not fun. Let's see what this says. Come in peace. So it's going to reload time reduction for all units via allied recruitment. Okay, and then allied recruitment cost goes down. I'm not going to have any allies, though, so I just don't see that being particularly useful. Like, because I'm not taking the time to make allies. But this is cool because it does allow you to do that. This, though, gives stock to the Lord's army. Woo-hoo-hoo. So we are going to spend a skill point here. I think I'm going to use it on this one because it's just more generally useful to me. And now we're going to do this Now You See Me thing so that we have stock on our whole army. That's going to be really fun. That is going to be a really cool ability, so I am looking forward to that, absolutely. Let's see here. Let's finish the transmutation of lead. And then get over here to Ugly Mug Patchy and do Flamestorm. And then the blue scribes, we picked up Life and Shadows, which are both excellent spell lores. Have a lot of good stuff there. Fire would honestly probably be pretty good. Yeah, this one probably pretty good here too. The Death lores. There's lots of good stuff. High magic here. I mean, there's all kinds of good ones. Now, if we want to unlock more of these as well, we got to just keep spending points. So honestly, let's do this one, though, add a little more Winds of Magic, because the more Winds of Magic, the more we can do. So I love the Blue Scribes, though. A very powerful legendary hero, and very entertaining, because you can kind of just keep raining spells down on your enemies, and it is really quite hilarious, ultimately, the damage that you're able to do. Let's see here. Let's do this to keep our discoverability down. I'm just going to run some upgrades with my money because money shouldn't be too tight. We've got an army. There's plenty of enemies up in front of us to kill. We should be doing well. All right. Yeah, not too worried about spending my money. Let's go ahead and get another comment here.
Get away.
And speaking of, we need to head out towards the Fecondites because that is going to be our means of finishing the grand scheme in the Empire. At least I believe it will. We shall see. Alright, Talabheim got taken over. I'm going to head up here towards the next ogre settlement at Hirgig. Michael says, "Hey Air, physical fitness is amazing. I do lots of powerlifting and can't recommend it enough. All it takes is the first step to get started. Good luck." Well, thank you for the recommendation. I don't know if I'm going to get into lifting, but I have seen a ton of people enjoy it. But I do agree with you in the sense that the physical fitness really, just kind of challenges ourselves. And I think sometimes we surprise ourselves with what we can do, not just with physical fitness, but that's one thing amongst many that I think sometimes we can surprise ourselves with. And I definitely want to challenge myself. I always thought I would end up in the military. My father was in the military. All my brothers were in the military. I actually was the only one who did not, though I was very near to it. I had an offer from the Navy to join their engineering corps and was just about to take it whenever I ended up in the career path that I am now. And I always appreciated that offer. And some part of me would like to know that I would have been in good enough shape, to make it through all the training and stuff. And so one of my objectives actually was I went the other day and I found some of the requirements for service members who are my age, like the physical fitness requirements. And my objective actually is to go and make it to where I can pass those requirements and then hopefully maybe even get to the point where I could max out those requirements. So that's what I'm going to go work on. But it's a good point. It's good to set a goal, find something, and apply yourself to it. And I think that we can surprise ourselves with what we're capable of as we go do it. But yeah, thank you for the encouragement. And best of luck to you in all your lifting, and hopefully you can accomplish what it is you set out to do. All right, let's see here. Magical reserves. All right, we really need to head over and take on Nurgle. It really doesn't matter what happens over here. I'm kind of honestly just wasting time here. Because, again, when we look at the schemes, we're never going to get this one done. No one wants to fight you in a land battle. So that is not likely to happen, which means that destroying the Fecondites is not only fun, but necessary for us to get to the grand scheme in the Empire. That's what it looks like at this point. The other thing we could do is we could go fight the dwarves, or we could go, and this one might be fun, open a Trickster Rift in Sylvania. And honestly, it'd be a lot closer and faster to accomplish. I think I'm gonna actually go do this. I haven't done a rift yet with the Changeling, even in the campaign I was just playing for fun. As much as joy as I would get in destroying the Fecondites, I do believe I'm going to go this route. And speaking of the Fecondites, let's go into our schemes. Let's see what it is we can scheme up. Perhaps we can hurt the Fecondites. They are at war with only us. Okay, well, I feel like we should make things more difficult for them. Let's see, Lorelorn.
Lady of the Azray.
If we turn them on the Fecondites, that would be pretty funny. So let's go into the old changing of the ways here. Let's see if we can force a war between the Fecondites. Yep, there we go. And we can. All right, let's give the Fecondites a war. Keep themselves busy. And then let's make things a little more frustrating and puzzling for them. Let's go in here and halt their army. All right, there we go. So we've done our messing with the Fecondites here. Again, similar to the messing with Sasquatch commercials from Jack Links, if you all have ever seen those. So we've done our messing with the Fecondites. I'm going to go ahead and save some money for another turn or two, and then I'll go and spread it out to some of the different buildings that we have. I'm not in any huge hurry on those. We do need to use some of our grimoires here, though, to do some research. None of these are going to be, like, crazy outstanding, but they'll be useful.
The means to my schemes.
Means to the schemes. All right, let's go ahead and get to some more comments here. The next one is from JR, who says, "My favorites of the DLC are Kislev and Cathay editions. Not a fan of demons really either, but this Changeling is interesting. He's even, says he's even escaping the environment. I can't understand that word, I think it was mistyped, it says, but recycling steam tanks." That's right. So he's helping the environment by recycling the steam tanks. It says, "Praise the Changeling. Also, you have plenty of good content for us to watch if you need a break." Well, I appreciate that. And some part of me, like I said, would like the break, but in some ways that's also kind of just me trying to take the easy way out. I really just probably need to push myself to use my days effectively every day, right? And I think I can do that. I think that is certainly something that I'm capable of and should be doing, which is just use my days more effectively. Speaking of using our days effectively, here's some land battles, actually. I know I'm headed in the wrong direction if I was going to go to Sylvania, but I mean, there's victims here offering themselves willingly to the changing of the ways, and I feel like changing their ways into being dead. So let's fight this battle. Let's see, Exterminator says, about your comment of not being excited about Warhammer originally, he says, I never played any Total War games previously, but I'm a fan of Warhammer in general. A friend got me to play the first Total War Warhammer and recommended your channel as our comedic styles matched, as well as to learn a few things. Said eventually I started watching your back catalog of historical games and have played a few of them because of you. I'm nowhere as good at them, but one day I'll spend more time figuring it out and learn the keybinds. But anyway, so that's kind of cool because he was basically saying that his was the opposite experience of mine, which was neat. And I figured that had to have been the case, that there was Warhammer tabletop fans who got turned into Total War fans because of Total War Warhammer, whereas, as I mentioned, it was the opposite for me. I was coming into it in the sense that the Total War games got me into Warhammer because of the installation. But so I think it was a very good decision, both for Games Workshop and for Creative Assembly. This IP has been extremely lucrative, I'm sure, for both of them. And so I think it was obviously a good decision for them to cooperate. And honestly, Warhammer just seems to fit Total War like a glove. I don't know what it is about it, but it fits it so well. And I have just absolutely enjoyed the crap out of it in terms of just so much fun with it. So in any case, let's go ahead and get things started. I'm kind of thinking about how I want to deploy here. I do think I might run my Zangors down a flank and maybe, I think I might stack these halberds back and kind of leave them in a defensive position. And I'll take these Zangors and run straight down the middle. And then let's get the Changeling up front. We definitely want our steam tanks right up front, right in the thick of it. Okay. Yeah, this will work. This will work. I'm gonna kind of get my flyers ready to just zoom in here and cause a lot of trouble. Alright, Blue Scribes, let's go ahead and transform. Let's bring the Blue Scribes up. I don't know why the Vanaheimlings think they can camp, but they are sadly mistaken if this is their take on the situation. I've got my steam tanks able to range them, and I've also got Kugath, or fake Kugath in this case. And I've got the Blue Scribes, who, oh, stand still, please, stand still, please, stand still. Do it, do it, do it, do it, stay there. Don't move, don't move, don't move. Smile! Enjoy a little firestorm of Tzeentch while you're at it. Alright, so Blue Scribes, let's go ahead and back up. Oh, that was beautiful. It may not cause, like, an insane damage, but it was pretty good. The AI did some incredibly unintelligent. So again, I've been talking about the AI in some of my recent episodes. Why did they reform like this right in front of me? Why did they do this? This was a mistake, and one in which the player can punish them harshly for their mistake. So if CA will work on little things like that, it will make a tremendous difference in the AI's capability. So I have said that, I will continue to say it, that this is the way that you fix the AI, is by focusing on little decision-making behaviors like right now. The AI, it is quite obvious that they will not defeat me at range. Reforming the army will not help. They need to rush straight at me the minute the battle starts. And that would give them the best capability of challenging me in this battle. Now, it's going to be a little different from battle to battle, but the better the AI can get at making those assessments, again, the more challenging of an AI that we will see. So, let's see here. Yeah, these guys are getting absolutely pooped on. I am here for it. The Blue Scribes are getting a ton of kills. Like I said, I have no idea. I don't usually see the AI behave this way. I haven't a clue what it is that's going through their strange coded brains at the moment. And the Blue Scribes are going to make them forever sad for having decided to stay here Oh, they can't see my army. Okay, now I get it. It hadn't. They had reinforcements coming, and they can't see my army. I forgot, but they can see my steam tanks, and they can see Kugath. But maybe that's why they were doing some of the strange, you know, changing here. Let's go ahead and use this. I need to get this magic reserve pulled in. We had 138 the magic reserve, which is really spectacular. I am just not in a hurry at the moment. I'm going to sit back and bombard these guys into utter oblivion, since they are willing to take it. I am going to hang on to a firestorm or two, though, and see if we can get our reserves pulled in here, so that whenever this larger army comes, we can really put some work in on it. Do they have any artillery lagging behind? No, they do not. Okay. Well, they are walking very slow. I might come over here and just hand them a firestorm, keep them on their toes, since they're so willingly proceeding at extremely low speeds. I love the Blue Scribes taking a pot shot at them while they go. They've already got 132 kills, and who knows how much total damage and value. It's probably not considerable on value, but I'll bet total damage is significant. Look at this nice blob right here. So this has got about a 5-second wind-up time. AI does usually try and dodge these just a little bit. Let's put it like right there. Oh yeah, do it. Oh, that's looking so good. That's looking so good. Oh yes. 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 Oh, that is great. And we just picked up like 70 or 80 kills. No, way more than that. It's still killing. That was amazing. Absolutely exquisite. Okay, I'm gonna continue using all the abilities I can to pull down as much magic as possible. I'm gonna keep augmenting those wins. And we are ripping down the power reserves at this point. The AI is repositioning, apparently under the assumption, again, that they do not have to attack me. I do not see any long-range capability for them, so they are greatly mistaken in terms of their capability to play a game of standoff with me. I'm going to move up just a little bit. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah, we have pulled a massive 41 wins out of the reserve. We still got 67 in the reserve, and we have already racked up 267 kills. A considerable amount of damage dealt. There is a huntsman back here that I will need to watch out for, as that is a dangerous unit. I would love to hit it with this pendulum, but it's still moving, so it would be a difficult target. I could just hit it with the Malcost Miasma. It's a fairly low cost. I don't know, let's not throw it away. Here we go. I wonder if my Xandors are already charged all the way up. I'll bet they are. Was it this one? Oh, yeah, the Arcane Charge. Plus 12%. So they're not charged up all the way, but they've been charged up a good bit. Okay, I'm going to continue shooting at their lord here. He's almost dead, just from steam tank fire. And I have these other characters that can drop some missiles from up here in the air, so I might actually go use those as well. Okay, I'm moving up units. Let's go ahead and kind of reposition a little bit one more time here. I have Final Transmutation available to me with this character as well. Let's put a few shots into this guy with our characters and see if we can finish him off. Ooh! Oh, we just took a nasty shot right there. Let's fall back. Alright, I think we've got their attention. Let's pull back a little closer. Kugath has gotten 117 kills as well. I'm actually kind of surprised it's not more. Whenever I play against Kugath, he does get considerably more kills in that situation. I'm going to push him forward a little bit. And that is going to be the end of their lord. The Marauder Chieftain is fleeing. They have a Snow Leopard. I think I'm just going to choose a new target here with my tanks. Now, my steam tanks only have so much turret ammunition, but they do still have, I think, unlimited steam ammunition for close range fire support, so we should be in good condition one way or the other. Man, these steam tanks are just laying down some hurt. The amount of range damage that we've done here is absolutely tremendous. And then the AI has to close ranks with us, and they're going to come under fire from our pinks, and that's going to be ugly. I have nearly emptied the magic reserves. We have 83 winds of magic at our disposal. I'm going to start off the pain by dropping a final transmutation on their lord there. Our steam tank is under a bit of fire, so let us take our flyers and let's go make the enemy pay a dear price for existing. They are moving some Empire Knights around my flank. I am not overly concerned. I've got halberds to meet them. And Kugath's under some pretty heavy fire, but he'll be alright. And then speaking of alright, my blue scribes can give him a regrowth. Alright, I'm going to split up some of my flyers, and we're going to really hurt the enemy. I've got this bound spell here too. I'll drop that to disrupt their retreat away from my flyers. It's giving pursuit to him, but there we go. This'll rip him up a little. There we go. Immediately routed a unit over there. And their infantry is now charging. Let's countercharge them. Let's give them a warm welcome. Come out here and help. There we go. Looking good. Let's drop another final transmutation on that Snow Leopard right there. Help speed its passing. And we are shredding through skirmishers, and I intend to continue such. In fact, let's roll our steam tank. Well, no, their lord wants a piece of me, so let's grant him that. Okay, we still got a lot of winds of magic. Continue to drop some pain back here in this vicinity and just make their life miserable. And we still have a considerable winds of magic. Let's just keep it flowing. Yet more magic available to us. Debuff all these units back here with the Treason of Tzeentch. And we have a Dwellers Below, which we can drop like right there. Boy, the Blue Scribes can really dish out some pain. Some serious pain. Look at that. I'm really curious to see their stats at the end of all this. Look at that. It's going to be over 350 kills, probably. Yep. What is it we are awaiting at this point? I guess they have a few units that haven't routed. Let's just kill their lord real quick. General von Rauken here. That should convince them that the battle is over, although it really is over at this point. Like, there is literally no hope for the enemies. Let's fly forward out here. There we go. Alright, we got rid of their leader. And the fact that they're not chain riding right now is honestly a little bit insulting. Snow Leopard is not unbreakable. There we go. And let's drop another bombardment out here to further engulf the Empire into misery and woe. There we go. Nice. I guess they've had enough now. I would have thought they'd had enough far earlier, but I am happy to continue to dish out more change than they can handle. Boy, that bombardment ability is quite potent. So, That was just a tremendous amount of damage from range. I mean, look at this. Almost 5,000 gold value. Almost 50,000 total damage on the blue scribes. I mean, that is wonderfully disgusting. And we got some good damage on our other characters, too. I'll try and take a look at those as we load back out of here. But, boy, if this doesn't send a message to the world that the Changeling is in charge, then I don't know what will. Yeah. Blue scribes right there with an absolutely epic performance. A really good performance from the Changeling there, too. So I'm going to go ahead and take the little replenishment. There is an army of Fecondites immediately behind them. And I wish I hadn't used that halt army because... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The Mutilith Vortex Beast. He's here. He's here. Oh, I'm excited.
Chaos incarnate.
As much as it pains me to, I think I'm going to drop those Zangors because I do like having the little bit of range. Let's drop the Zangors and bring in the Mutilith Vortex Beast here. Oh my gosh, it is going to be so much fun now. I hope you all stick around for the next episode because you will not want to miss it. Let's go ahead and start working on some of the magic that's available to us here. I'm going to do Fires of Change, and let's finish another one on Treasonous Tzeentch. Because opening more magic will, of course, be great. And let's remind myself real quick before I forget what's available via the Formless Horror. Festus could be interesting in the sense that it would be a way for me to troll the Fecondites and to heal my units. So that is an interesting one. You all tell me what you think in the comments, whether we should be using Festus. But otherwise, I think I'm done for this episode. I'm out of time, and I'm going to have to get to some more recording elsewhere, but I hope you all enjoyed it. I am very much enjoying making it for you, and I hope to see you back in the comments, and hopefully you're going to continue to view. So I will see you soon. HeirofCarthage signing out for now.